Hey there, paper geeks and glitter nerds. It's another crazy geek crafter. Oh, just have to get dress on. Right. Yeah. 29. We are moving into a new theme, which is under the sea. And funny enough, I think it was when the teddy bear with the scooter came out. One of the other YouTubers mentioned that last year they had an octopus with a cake. So maybe the sea theme is coming for the end of the calendar. I don't know. But I've been using this paper pad, Perfect Winter, and I figured nothing in here would really fit. But then I actually, it fell open and I actually saw this side. This could be waves if I wanted it to. So that's good, because I don't really have that much in the sea theme. I have a lot of stamps, but I don't like to mix stamps and die cuts. The outline thing is a problem for me. So I do have some sand dunes, and from Marianne Designs I have some other sea things and some coral. And I picked this out because yeah, let's do something new instead of the same old circles every time. But I'm thinking we'll do something like this again with a panel and maybe this is a better example of some panel and then a focal point with the shell in the start. Let's see what that went there. Well, that's my thought for now, at least. That may change. Let's start by cutting these out in black. If I have any black that big. Okay, I can do the pearl at least. I think I'll need to find more black cardstock. This one. All right. Let's see what this looks like. This looks like, oh goodness. My pronunciation today is going to be fun. All right. Can I fit the pearl up here? No, that doesn't matter. Just use this scrap. Here we go again. I actually own two sea-themed Gummiapan dies. One is in hiding, so to speak. It's with some scrapbooking stuff because I bought it for a folio. It's a lobster. And the other one is a lady on a floaty. And she does not fit with the size of this. Of these. She's like the size of the shell. So I don't think they'll work out quite right. So there they are in black. Let's glue those on here. And I refill my glue bottle while I was preparing. This is a very nice die, especially if you can find something to sit in the shell other than the pearl. But who knows what we get tomorrow? That might be the clue we're getting today, and then something very interesting tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. So now those are in order. And I brought out this. I hope you can see how shiny that is. I'll take some out of the plastic too. But this is the nearest I get to pearl, I think. This here cardstock. I hope you can see that. Over here with the other things. I only need it for the pearls. So. Shell's gonna be white, and then I can color it in. poke myself under the nail. Not nice. Not very nice, no. I wonder if I should cut out more than one of any of them. This is 250 grams, so it's quite sturdy. I think I can paint it without cutting an extra. I think that'll do. Okay, let's put these over. Hello, Anne. And I'm guessing Anne is from Denmark because the way she spelled the hey. To anyone who wonders, I read out all the comments as close to humanly, what's it called? Verbally correct as possible, because if someone watches the replay, they can't read the comments. And then it will be really awkward if I don't actually tell people what's going on. But good evening then. With the guess of Anne being from Denmark, she would also be in my time zone. And it will be evening for her. And yes, correct. Good to not see you. That must always have been hard when doing TV, you know, because you can't really say that you're seeing someone when they're not on the screen. I digress. I wanted something for the background, and I have the paper from this paper pad. But the question is this too much? If it is the entire card, I need a card base. I think I'll barely make it through this project. The project being the advent calendar with the rest of the card bases I have. I think it'll do. I have bought some backups though. Okay, card base. And then if I do I call it size 3. Down from the card base, it's 9.13 and 3 millimeters, centimeters and millimeters. But I think maybe that's too much. If I did put it on one of these, how big would I need it? Let's see. Even be too big. Let's see this one. If I can get it off. They're really well stuck. I could do it. But now that I see it, it may be better in an actual circle. Maybe. I have those right here. Same company, but I use them so much I keep them handy like this. And how big can I make it? It's this one, I think. Can of course make all of them. I just maybe don't want to get out the big machine. I think I'm gonna stick with the circle. It looked a tiny bit off with these. So we can go back to where they came from. And then maybe this is supposed to look like sand on the beach. So if I cut that, the bottom here, and then put the shell on top, and the pearl, of course, in the middle. Then I'll need light blue or a dark blue background for that. The sand will be this color. These are all colors I've used before in the series, so I like to try and keep it looking like I had a plan. Not that I had a plan, though. And I'm thinking the shell will be pink, like the cake from the other day. Because I haven't really used any purples, and it would be odd to bring it in now when I already have the pink in here, the collection, so to speak. I can start by cutting out a piece of this one, at least. That one I'm quite sure of, at least. It's just the background color of the sea. This on or it'll shift on me. I will have to snip the ends. I can see it's a bit too short. But because this is so organic, it shouldn't matter much. It needs help anyway because it doesn't cut it double clear. So we have sand, and I can actually cut it again here to continue the pattern because it doesn't actually cut the cardstock. I think I'm gonna do that. Just gonna fill it out a bit. There. Slide, and there we go. Piece fell out. That happens sometimes when you do these things. Let's see. Oh, I got my tape back. Far too much. But, let's just get this piece on here before I lose it. There you are. Oh, wrong side. All right. If I didn't want to hand cut it, I could have run it through with the die, this die again, but it's fine. Doesn't matter much. It is a bit shiny. Great. We fix one and then the other side falls out. Great. That way, I think. Come on. Little tiny piece, come on. This one is more feisty, I'd say. There we go. I think. There you So now to make a decision. Dark or light? I like the light one the best, but I think the dark one fits better with the pattern paper. But let's go with this one. I can always change it later, I hope. And this is actually a tiny bit too small, but it doesn't matter because I can hide that. I hope. I do have more of this though. No worries. If I need to change it, it won't matter. You can go away. Let's just do some temporary adhesive to see how this looks. Ooh, come on. Okay. There we go. All right. Let's cut this down to at least the biggest size. The biggest size I'll need. The craft-a-lanches keep coming. Goodness me. Stop that. Uh, 9 centimeters. Or should I do it? I think I'm doing landscape actually. Yeah. So that means I need 9 this way. And 13 centimeters and 1, 2, 3 millimeters. Done so many portraits, I should branch out a bit. Okay, let's see. Should bring in the pink. All right, something's in there, sure. Did just clean this, so should work okay. Okay, and the pearl. Good. My color chart. I think I used R8 and RP. 138. And once it dried, it actually looked pretty nice. It did look a bit weird before it dried, but I think it works. And there's still some stick on it. Hopefully it'll be enough. Okay. It should fade to white. And since this is an organic thing, it should be a warm white. So let's take, I think I only need half a warm white and a colorless blender. I should have looked up a picture of these before I started this. Some more purple here, less, and then white, I think. And then some kind of yellowish color on the outside, maybe. Sometimes the names here can help you. None of them say mother of pearl, unfortunately. I think milky white, maybe. YR132. Okay, let's try it that way. You can always cut a new one if it goes all wrong. Let's see. Let's start at the top here. Outside. Okay. And the bottom. I think if I color the very bottom in and then I just fade to white, I think that'll be okay. I'll need a piece of regular paper so I don't color on something I wasn't supposed to. This should keep me relatively safe. Relatively. Let's try with the pink then. So the pink goes in the middle. And then I should be able to blend it outwards. And then colorless blender. Oh, can you give it still look more like? I could actually use something like Wink of Stella to make it more like the mother of pearl. That's Anne's suggestion. I could do that. See, I colored the border now. That was not what I was supposed to do. But you know that it's some kind of creamy white, the color of the actual shell of an oyster, which is, this is actually not an oyster. It has the wrong shape. This is a mussel of some kind, but yeah. And then I wanted the gray. Oh, maybe not that end. Yeah, I should find, I think I have some perfect pearls actually in the color perfect pearl, so I think that'll do nicely for the inside. I think I had a wing of, I think it's still some here somewhere, but I think it's all out. And every time I've gone to buy a new one, it's been out of stock. It's just, now I keep forgetting. Find out the ways to do shimmer. It can be hard to see when your colorless blender's out of ink, so I always put it on my skin. If it feels cold, there's still alcohol in it, but it is really hard to see sometimes. And this is not actually made for alcohol marker blending. This paper here. That would probably work better on Nina. I think think I'll have to do that over. Let's get some Nina Solar White. Nope, stay where you are. I can put it on here. There we go. Some days I like it that it sticks to my table, the sidekick, and other days it's just really annoying. Today is one of the annoying ones, I think. Let's so. Keep it in place, because with my luck it'll shift, see, all the way out of the sandwich. Okay. Let's try that again. And you away. So. That seemed to work okay. But I may need to cut an extra anyway, because down here I will probably overdo it again. First the pink. The pinkest pink of the pinks I've chosen. And I'm going heavy in the middle because that darkens it. I may have to pick another one. I always have problem with pink colors. I don't do them much. And it's like there's some kind of gap between this pink and then it goes like really mad red. There seems to be a few things missing. I'm hoping once I branch into buying some Copics that I can breach the gap with those. I'm starting out, I have all of these now, except for the fluorescent ones. I don't like those. But the next thing is to buy some Copics, because they have some lighter shades that I can't get with Shin. I'm talking the 3 zeros and 4 zeros. You don't get anything that light with Shin. And you can mix alcohol markers. That's very nice. I see this moves way better. Let's see if I can drag this out a little bit. This is where I would have used one of those with the extra zeros. There's also one other trick I can try. Cross-contamination. I think that bridged the gap a little bit. It's not exactly circular, but better than the other one, I think. Let's see if it'll work as well with the gray. And you can see there's hardly anything left. Good. The gray one. A little bit in this. Try and make it seem like there's more dimension. Okay, let's see. That seems to be working. Slowly but surely. It's really needs a new nib. Still feels cold, so should still be all right. Okay, those over there, and then the one for the outside. And I can actually do it the other way now, so I can protect the pink. Oh, I forgot something. I forgot to blend out down here. And I got some, can't call it overspray. I got some extra color up here, so I'm going to have to cut an extra. I think. Oh, that's gonna be fiddly. Let's just get that done. Alrighty. Let's color it first and then worry about cutting it afterwards. So this one goes around the edge. And a little bit on top here. And feathered from the bottom. I don't know if I'll need this or maybe this is better. Let's see, I need, oh goodness. There to there. There. Out to the edge. To the edge. That should pop out then. There. And then around here. Really carefully. Now here's the question. Are you more afraid of cutting yourself or ruining your project? My husband and I had that discussion earlier. The light bulb inside our oven is broken. And none of us are old enough to have tried to remove one of those before, so we're experimenting. We still haven't gotten to the bulb yet. It is it's in there, protected by some plastic cover, and yeah, it's intimidating. Hoping not to break your oven, but still, you know, preferring to be able to see what's in there. Oh, and Anne is more afraid to ruin the project. I'm that way too. My husband is more afraid to ruin his fingers. So people are different. So that should work like that. Cover up anything I did over color. You're just not my friend today, are you? There. Alrighty. At least the bottom will be able to. Of course. I put more glue in for this to be easier, not to make it harder. Getting this on straight is gonna be interesting. Yeah, there's something in there blocking it. For sure. Let's start at the top and at the bottom and then see if the rest doesn't fall into place. Right. I think that did it. Alrighty. What am I gonna do with you? I know I'm going to have to dig out whatever it is that is in here, running at it. Just didn't want it to be right now, but apparently that's just the way this cookie crumbles. Hopefully that was it. This will probably bother me for days. I love and I hate these bottles. But isn't that often the case? You have a love-hate relationship with tools. Okay. And the pearl is here. There's the circle. I'm keeping these over here so I can write them up in the comments afterwards for anyone who wants to know exactly what I used. Let's just put this and that. Can I move it a tiny bit? Oh, I could. Luckily, I didn't have it straight down here. That was not good. We are going to need some pearlized water. This is perfect pearls in water. And let's take a tiny bit of it. And I put this tape on so I know that this pipette goes with this product, so I don't accidentally use this one in clean water and get shimmer on something that was not supposed to get it. So. Doesn't look like much. Let's add a bit. I think a straight pencil would be best for this, but I may be wrong. And it's everywhere, but it is very pretty. Let's not do that on the project. Jaina, no. Dear. She is so damn jumpy. And a scaredy cat. Okay. I can tell you, Anne, I am so happy you reminded me about putting glitter in here. This is awesome. And that's the fun thing about doing lives, that you, whenever someone is out there to help you, you often think of things you forgot you had. Jaina dear. It is very sparkly now. And I need to clean this. I need this straw dear. I keep these. They're actually for spices, for salt and pepper. And then there was a grinder on top and it broke so fast. But I kept them because they're white at the bottom. I don't knock them over as easily as other things. Just some water to clean the brush. This I may have to splat on something else. I tend to do that when I mix up this powder. I try to use up everything. I could do... No, I shouldn't do the water on this one, I think. Okay, so there's my tweezers. Oh. And Jaina here. And the pearl in here, I think I think this is supposed, this over here, it's supposed to be the shine mark. I need to put that into the well, it's not a pocket because it has the bottom, but yeah. So I think it's time to put these two together at least. There is some cardstock behind here, so it'll stick better. The tape is not very forgiving when it comes to that. Okay. Okay. Pop it there for a second. I do feel something is missing. Just seems a bit simple. Maybe I should try cutting this one out. Oh, I have some. Great. Maybe not that one, because that kind of looks like dead coral. This green one, maybe. Ooh, I'm gonna have to read that out loud in a second. Once I put this here. Does it fall over? Maybe better. Maybe it's better there, and then... Oh, that is better, though. Anne says that she made a shimmer spray once with the white perfect pearls and some drops of broken china refill. It looks like the tint in new fallen snow. Or mother of pearls. And as so many of us, and trust me, Anne, I am so cursed with that. The autocorrect is making it a bit impossible to write anything. I understand what you wrote, and I think it's a good idea. I recently started collecting reinkers because my mini cubes are starting to go dry, so I'm buying a little at a time. And that was one of the thoughts that next time Søstrene Grene has these tiny bottles. Again, I'll buy more because these can handle the shimmer from the perfect pearls. And then you can just tint it to whatever color you want. I need to clean this up. I have glitter everywhere. It's incredible. It's not even all of it. There we go. Hope that helped a little bit at least. Yeah. I used to, let's see if I can reach it. I also have used these Nuvo mousses and put those in water in this kind of spray. That also works. And as you see, it's been a while since I used one. I'm so sad because it's a great product, but the containers are so big. I've sometimes seen in kits and things, they make like a fourth of this size or something like that, maybe even a fifth, and it is far more my speed. That I would prefer. That's why I only own 3 of them, because I can't get through them before they go bad. But this one helped a little bit, but I'm not too keen on the color. I can't do it too dark. That will overpower the shell. I have to. I can color one and see where it would go from there. So if I take the lighter pink one, maybe. I'll just do this side. Scattered straw. Anne is suggesting scattered straw. I think maybe I was afraid the yellow was too invisible, fell in with the sand. That was why I tried pink, but you may be right. I should go in a more yellow direction. That's a good thing about having multiples, and can make more. Let's see. Get out here. And it's so nice that, though the sizing is very different, Marianne Design often can go with Gummiapan things. I prefer my markers for this, so because this is too intricate. Let's see. Scattered straw. Where are we at? That one. Okay, pastel green. Some of these names are really, really weird. Like, this is green. And this is green. I don't know how that is green. But that's what it says. And it's even a fresh green. Not the color, not the color, not the color. It's kind of like cream. That's what this color is called. Let's try that one. Y36. There. Let's try that one. I can always do 2 if I want. It's my card. I'm just making the bottom darker with more layers than the top. Let's keep the frame there. You were right. That does look good. Because it brings the yellow out beyond the circle. Could maybe do like that to bring the purple out as well. I think that may be where I'm ending up. And a tiny bit of foam tape. I have to not overdo it. Let's put that over here. Just have to put this back. Right. I love having swatches of everything. Tomorrow I'm gonna go buy 10 more colors, so more swatching. But it'll be fun to have. I am far from there with the distress inks. And now they came out with the oxides in small size, and yeah, I gotta get moving on the originals before I get into those. It's expensive. And agrees, they're both pretty. Well, I think I'm gonna do it like this, and tell me if I'm making a big mistake here. But I think because then the pink is separated. The pink coral is separated from the oh goodness, I almost called it a mushroom. The mussel, the clam. Maybe it's a clam. I think it's a clam. It's not an oyster, that's for sure. They're kind of oval shaped. So I know I've never tasted one, but I've seen a lot on TV. Just like that. Let's get that gluing. And it's always good to have more tweezers. Oh goodness, now it really runs. I don't know if I prefer that to the struggles I had a moment ago. I don't want to glue down everything completely. So if I put that over there without breaking it, as such, then that was over here, so like that. That's too far in. There. I think that would do. Goodness. I have too much glue on the back to actually put it down, but I think that'll be okay. It's a bit hard to position this one. Yeah, I think that'll be it. That will be it. This one I want flat. Oh goodness. Let's just put it on here. In the middle, close to. Maybe actually curling the top a bit here. Not gluing that part down. I could squeeze in a tiny piece of foam, probably. And try not to push this off the table today. hate getting these off. Let's hope the needle will work today. Ah, it did. Goody. So now it won't be flattening. Well, no one's gonna mail a card these days, so. But there. Then I just need this on one layer. Not more than that. Great. Nothing sticks to what it's supposed to. All right. There. Put that back. Put that away. Scary scissors. I have cut myself with them. Like here. That was not fun. Not fun at all. I think this is too tall. I think I have to trim that just a tiny bit. Oh, not that one. Trying to round it so that it's not as visible that I massacred a coral. That's a very bright card, but not bad. I like it. That means we're getting to the end here. Since, and you know this if you've been following me for a while. Just let me stop making noises here. I don't put sentiments on my cards until I know what they're for. Of course, this would probably be a birthday card, but until I know who it's for, I don't put anything on it because I can then customize, put their name on it or something like that. The age or something that we have in common, some kind of internal joke or something. So this will actually be the card. Quite simple, but also very fun. So we used Marianne Gummiapan, simple and basic, and EcoPark paper. Yeah. Let's put this back where it came from. Oh, it's a good thing I had a few of these already. Did make the craft a bit faster. You again. Burpee thing. Let's just get you closed up before I have glue all over the place. First it doesn't want to come out, now can't make it stop. Typical. Well, I'll splatter this on some cardstock for use some of the time. Maybe tomorrow, where I'll be back with another card. And then, well, it's the day before last actually, tomorrow. And on the 31st, I will not be able to be here at the same time I'm normally at. I'll be here far earlier in the day. I don't know when yet. I have to make a plan. Hopefully I can tell you tomorrow. And I will be putting up the advance notice about the live also. So if you want to watch, you'll hopefully have a chance to bookmark it. Well, until tomorrow, or some other day, I hope you'll be having a good day, evening, or night. På gensyn.